Hi everyone, this is Ms.McWhite and I'm going to be showing you how to use a really cool app called Sketches. We're going to be creating a seascape in a digital painting format. Let's get started. This is a free app in self-service, so find your self-service icon on your iPad and then click in the top left corner those three little dots and click Art Apps. This is Taisui Sketches School. It's that one at the very bottom with the blue marker. Click on it. It'll just give you a description of the app, and then you're going to click Install. Mine says reinstall because it's already on my iPad. Click it and let it download. Open the app and click on the plus button to create a new sketchbook. These sketchbooks, you can change the way that it looks by clicking at the top bar. The bottom bar will choose the color or a drawing for the title page of your sketchbook. You can see there's lots of colors to choose from. I'm going to go with this blue, maybe a green instead. And then click at the top where it says title, and you can title your sketchbook. I'm going to call this Landscapes. Click the check mark when you're done, and there you are. Click on your sketchbook and then click the little settings in the bottom. You can customize your paper. I'm going to stick with watercolor today, but you can see there's lots of different options, even like school lined paper. Canvas would be a good choice, but since I'm mostly going to use watercolor tool, I'm going to stick with watercolor. I'm going to stay with white paper today, which is what this looks like. But if you want to go back, pinch in to zoom back out, click the settings again, and then you can click choose color. This is where you can scroll through the rainbow at the bottom to find the color that you want. Click on the color and then click add. Now my background's blue and I can paint on top of it. I'm going to pinch back out so that I can go back to my paper. You can click on those little settings at any time to change the background color. You can also delete, click the trash can at the bottom and click on the ones you don't want and then delete them. On the left side you'll see the toolbar, and on the right in the bottom corner is the color picker. At the top, the little three dots is settings, where you can auto-save and back up your drawings as you draw, which is great. There's also an import button from your camera roll, photo, or files. Export, you can save your image to camera roll as a picture. I'm going to pinch back out to close my sketchbook and swipe all the way to the right. There's a little tool bin that shows you examples of what those different tools will look like. They used birds as an example to show you just the different way the lines will look. A lot of these really do look like the art material in real life, which is awesome for an iPad app. You can add shapes, you can fill in a shape that you draw and color it in. I love the smudge tool. There's a copy and paste feature, a ruler, and you can even draw on top of pictures. I'm going to swipe back to all the way to the left where you can create a new sketchbook or check on your deleted items. If you wanted to import a photo, you can click on the paper settings in your sketchbook, click import photo, and then find it in your camera roll. This way you could draw on top of it if you wanted to. Here's a list of the tools and where they are and what they do. We're going to make a seascape. So I'm going to be using the watercolor brush. If you don't pick up your finger, you can get one solid color. If you pick it up, it's going to overlap the colors just like in real life, how watercolor kind of goes darker if it has a second layer. I'm going to start to put in some sand in different colors so that it's not just one blocky color. I actually used the acrylic paint for the yellow and then used the watercolor for the brown and the tan. Here's my favorite tool, the smudge tool. Now I can kind of make it look less harsh of a line. I can add in some different colors and blend them back in together. It's really one of the best tools that there is. Then I'm going to add in some more colors for the water, some highlights with the white. Blend it all in. And it's really starting to look like real water without having to do a lot of extra drawing. Now I can go in and add some white watercolor for the clouds, really make them look like clouds. It'll look kind of odd until you start to blend everything in. I'm going to add some texture to the water, the edge of the water. Down here near the sand, I'm going to blend that in to kind of make it look like the frothy water where the tide's coming in, and add in some more highlights to kind of reflect the clouds above. I can put in a wash of the blue. That's what's great about watercolor, is you can really just build it up in layers to create the color that you want. I'm going to go back in with some lower lights, the darker color, and blend in those edges so it's not such a harsh line. I like the way that it looks, so I'm going to go ahead and save it as another picture. I'm going to click on it, pick it up, move it to the front of my sketchbook, and then I'm going to click share and save my image. It's going to put it in my files on my iPad, so I can click on import, go to locations, on my iPad, Sketches School, and then click on the one that I want. Whoops, that was the wrong one. Let's try it again. There we go. So now I have a copy of that painting and I can continue to draw on top of it. And if I make an oops, I can always go back and just copy the picture again. What I'm doing now is I'm actually going to add in a boat to my drawing. I'm using the acrylic paint tool here because it's opaque. It's not translucent like the watercolor, so it can actually draw on top of everything and you won't see the color behind it. So I'm adding in some different details, changing the size if I need to, and then I'm going to blend in that kind of wood texture to just give it a nice finish. Here's an example of how the blending tool really helps make it look realistic. So here was my finished background, and here it is with the boat. I can keep adding more details until I feel like it's finished. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have fun creating your seascape. Enjoy, and I'll see you soon.